Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's great to have you here. And for everybody that returns week after week, thank you so much for all of your support. It's great that you're on this journey with me. So today I'm going big. And when I say big, I'm going to go 40 inches by 30 inches. Here's my canvas. That's my canvas there. I'm going to prep it in a minute. Undo the cellophane, put some strips around the edge, and I'm going to be doing some more texture painting. So I'm using a combined colour palette, so lots of different colours. I'm going to go through those in a minute so I can show you. And then I'm going to use some different tools to create the texture on this piece. This is very modern, this is very abstract, but the main thing is it's about allowing myself some freedom just to create, to be in that moment of the here and now and not really worry about the end result. I'm going to see where this takes me. I'm just going to use my feelings, my emotions, my intuition to create a piece that includes the colour palette that I've already chosen and to create some texture by the tools that I'm going to show you. So if you want to see more, and I hope you do, let's see what we can create. Okay, so I've got my colour palette. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but these are the main tools that I'm going to use to create the texture. So I've obviously got a balloon, just reusing my balloons. Whenever I do balloon dips, I just make sure the paint's dry and then I can reuse the balloon. This is like a drain strainer. So I'm hoping to kind of dip that in the paint and swirl it around. Got my grouter. I've got a star-shaped cookie cutter that I sometimes use for open cups. I've got a sponge, so I want to do some sponge work. I've got a comb. And another comb. So they're going to create all different textures. And then I'm also going to use some bubble wrap. So I'm going to dip the bubble wrap in the paint, press it down and lift it up. So we'll see how that works. And then my colours. I'm opting for mainly Arteza. In fact, all of my paints are Arteza for this one. So I've got some metallics. So I've got a gold. I've got a gold now, a pearl gold now, a silver, space grey and pearl white. Then I wanted some browns and a marmalade. So I've got a deep brown and a pearl marmalade. I've also got a rose quartz, electric blue, arctic blue and a sky blue. So blues, some browns and some metallics. So all I'm doing is I'm taking that colour palette and I'm placing the colours directly from the tube onto the canvas. You can see that I've started with blues in the middle and I'm working my way to the edge with the rose quartz and the metallic colours. I'm then using a balloon to allow me to spread the paint across the canvas and blend in some of those colours together, whilst also creating different texture. And I do this until that full surface area is covered. You'll see here that I'm working from the centre to the outer edge, almost forming some lines. That's just going to help with some of the movement and the way that your eye is centred and then directed to different areas once I've used the tools to create different patterns. You can can see here how the balloon has made that texture and infused all those colours together by blending, using only the balloon to do that. Now, because this is a large canvas, I'm taking a squeegee. I've been doing some squeegee art recently, but I'm using the squeegee to make some really interesting patterns by dipping the squeegee into the paint, dragging the squeegee, using some pressure on the surface area of the canvas and lifting it up, as you can see here. It reveals the white canvas underneath, but there isn't a block of just white canvas because the paint itself has ensured that there's some different patterns, some different colours underneath the area that I'm dragging and lifting, dragging and lifting. I'm going to use various tools just to create some different shapes and some different texture. This is something that's placed within a sink, so pieces of food etc. do not go down the drain, and it's collected within this tool. But I'm obviously using it to imprint some designs and patterns into the paint to create different shapes and texture. I literally just place it in the paint, dab it down and release it. And I do that numerous times to create different patterns and textures within that area that I'm working on. I use various wedges and tile grouters to create different lines within a piece. Here you can see I'm just doing some wavy lines by immersing the tool into the paint, just dragging it across the surface and moving it as I do it. You will see that I don't add any paint onto the canvas once I've used the balloon to add the texture. I'm literally working with the material that I already have. There's no need to add extra paint or volume at this stage. You're literally just using the different tools to imprint different patterns, different designs. I'm using a star-shaped cookie cutter. You may have seen me use this previously as my open cup, but all I'm doing is placing the cookie cutter into the paint, wiggling it slightly to leave an imprint. I'm also adding some different textures. I'm using this scraper here to create different size circles across the canvas, using the same method as I did with the squeegee right at the beginning. I also use a comb to create some smaller lines and a sponge to soften up some of the areas that I've already created. I'm now removing all the masking tape that I placed along the edges just to give it that frame and freeze look. I'm going to go in now so I can show you the texture, how the colours have infused and blended together, and the shapes that we've created using all those different tools. If you've really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, leave me a comment down below. That really helps me reach other people on YouTube that are not aware of my channel yet, who may also be interested in creating something like this. So you'll see here that I've painted the edges black. All of my creations so far have been on a black canvas. This was on a white canvas, but I just wanted to finish it off with a black frame. So I've painted the edges with a lamp black paint, and I just think that it helps pop the colours and pop that design. And it's so big I can't show you the full version here. I can step back as far as I can in my room, in my studio, but I can't show you the full piece. So please check out my other social media platforms like Instagram, where you will see the final piece itself. But I really wanted you to see some of those details and how this piece has dried, from using the star to the squeegee to the sponge and the comb. They've all come together to create a really good textured piece. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've had so much fun. I've had a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying showing you how to use some basic tools to create a design like this. I hope you have a great week ahead, and I really do hope I get to see you again in the next video.